Just over a year after the sentencing of Michael Steele and Jack Womes, Michael Steele's partner, Jackie Street, spoke to the media about her husband's conviction. The headline for the article was "My Husband Did Not Kill Drug Barons," from 27th of April 1999. Michael Steele and Jack Womes have served more than a year behind bars for the triple killing of 3 drug barons at Rettendon. Families of both men claim they are innocent and say the prosecution's star witness, Supergrass Darren Nichols, told a bundle of lies. Nigel Brown talked to Steele's wife about the long battle to clear her husband's name. Jackie Steele is exploring every avenue in her bid to get husband Michael released, including an application to the European Courts of Human Rights. Steele, 56, who lived in St Mary's Road, Great Bentley, and Womes, 36, of Main Road, Brockford, Suffolk, both got triple sentences for the murder of drug barons Pat Tate, Craig Rolfe and Tony Tucker down a country lane in Rettendon in December 1995. But Mrs Steele claims they are both innocent. "We are looking at every possible channel we can," she said. "They did not commit these murders, and both Michael Steele and Jack Womes protest their innocence. Michael is determined and absolutely resolute the truth will eventually come out, and he will never give up," Mrs Steele said, who still lives in a tendering area, but does not want to reveal exactly where, has come forward for the first time since the trial. She is concerned a new film, Essex Boys, which has been shot across Essex and is loosely based on the Rettendon murders, will do nothing to help her husband's case. The film and the fact that Michael and Jack's names are being connected with it just further concretes the fact that they are guilty, she said. Mrs Steele said that she was also angered at the BBC programme Inside Story, which she'd claimed included important new evidence was being prevented from being screened earlier this year when Darren Nichols successfully applied for an injunction. He had been given a new identity by police, and a High Court judge agreed there were scenes in the documentary which could lead to his whereabouts being revealed. Steele and Womes had been refused leave to appeal, but Steele has put a case against his own legal representation before the legal ombudsman. If it is found he was not properly represented, he will then have a leave to appeal, added Mrs Steele. The ombudsman has to go through the entire trial, and we should know his decision in about 4 months. She said an application was also being made to the Criminal Courts Review Committee. The European courts and the private prosecutions were being considered against certain police officers. The Channel 4 programme Trial and Error is also looking into the case. Mrs Steele said she believes her husband is innocent. She said she was shopping with him on the evening of the murders, and they returned home to Great Bentley to show a couple around the house that they were selling. "I know he is no saint, but I also know he did not commit these murders of the 3 men," she added. "He has committed a number of crimes in the past, and he has paid for them. The evidence is there that he is innocent, but we just need someone to listen." Steele first went to prison in 1964 and is now serving his 6th sentence. In 1990, he was sentenced to 9 years for importing drugs, but was released in 1993 on police licence. Mrs Steele said it had been a difficult and frustrating time for her since her husband was sentenced to a minimum of 15 years last January, which was later extended to 25 by Jack Straw. "I have had everything taken away from me. I have no means of support and I am living on benefits," she said. "My main aim in life is to get Michael home and I will never give up trying." Mrs Steele said she is only able to visit her husband about once a month because he is in a prison in York, but she speaks to him daily on the telephone. Mrs Steele said in order to be freed at any stage, Michael would have to admit his guilt, but she also added he would never do that. He would rather die in prison than to admit something he did not do. And then just under a year later, an article appeared in the Evening Gazette, this time with the title "Wife's Freedom Hope for Murderer," from the 18th of April 2000. The wife of convicted murderer Michael Steele has told how hopes that he will be cleared have been raised. Jackie Steele, whose husband has been in prison for almost 4 years on a triple life sentence, said new evidence has come to light and people were beginning to listen to his pleas of innocence. And in a major step forward, the Criminal Convictions Review Commission is investigating the case. Michael Steele, 56, who lived in St Mary's Road, Great Bentley, and Jack Womes, 37, of Main Road, Brockford, Suffolk, were convicted of the murders of drug barons Pat Tate, Craig Rolfe and Tony Tucker in Rettendon near Chelmsford in December 1995. But Mrs. Steele is now more convinced than ever that it is only a matter of time before her husband is a free man. The protection case was based strongly around the evidence given by Supergrass Darren Nichols. Mrs. Steele said a former prisoner who was on a protected witness programme and met Nichols in a secure unit at Woodham Milton Keynes has come forward. He was prepared to make a statement that Nichols told him that the evidence he was to give in court against Steele and Wombs was a pack of lies. That, along with new expert evidence over where mobile phones were used from on the day of the murders, a new witness who saw the three murdered men more than 90 minutes after they were supposed to be dead, and the review itself are an important breakthrough, said Mrs. Steele. We are feeling very confident and believe this will prove what we have said all along, that Mick and Jack are innocent. She admitted that nothing was going to happen overnight and the Criminal Review Case Commission would not start full-time work on the case for 3 to 4 times a month. But it has been accepted there is significant new evidence to put before the appeals courts. Mick has never wavered and has always refused to take part in programmes in prison which would make his situation easier and reduce his status as high risk, she added. He would not do that because it would mean admitting his guilt. He is innocent and he will prove it. We feel that the tide is finally turning and we are 100% that the truth will now come out. Another boost is the fact that the Rough Justice television programme is taking up the case.